This exercise is called a quadruped rockback mobilization. To perform the exercise, you're going to need a super band. Sometimes they're called monster band or pull-up assist bands as well. And you can find these on Amazon. To perform the exercise, you're going to need the band anchored to something. And you want to get the band as close to the hip joint as you can. So you want to get it very, very high up on the hip joint. And the purpose of the exercise is to get tension on this band as much as you can tolerate without it pulling you back that way, but try to get a good bit of resistance built up in the band. That way it's creating a distracting force at the hip joint to help mobilize that hip joint a little bit better and reduce any impingements. To perform the exercise, we're simply going to rock back with our leg muscles relaxed and let the band pull on the hip joint. If you tighten the muscles of the inner thigh, you're going to feel the band move more towards your groin. And if you relax the muscles, you're going to feel it sink into your thigh muscles a little bit better. And that's what you want to try to do so that it can distract the hip joint while you're doing these rock back techniques with your hip. You want to make sure these movements are isolated in the hip. These rock back movements are isolated in the hip. You don't want to be moving the low back, right? We want to try to isolate the hip joint as much as possible. The more tension you can build up in the band, the harder the distraction force at the hip. So you want to try to move away from the band as much as you can tolerate.